Please.
I can't, Jill. Okay.
Wait for sound. Farther forward. Family, friends, faculty, guests, and most of all, our fellow graduates. Today is the day we gather to celebrate all that we have learned and accomplished in the past 5 years. Today, one door closes and hundreds more open. Today, we become the 40th graduating class of Highland Secondary School. I'm Mitchell Mansfield.
And I'm Sam Ray Harris.
And together, we would like to take some time to reflect on our high school journey, thank those that have helped us get where we are today, and look towards the bright new futures that await us. Most of us don't know who we will be in 10 years from now, next year, or even tomorrow without the help of Google Calendars. But whether you're going to be going to university, taking fake science with une row, simply asking, would you like fries with that? Or somewhere in between, today is the day we can all say with pride, I've graduated.
When we walked through the front doors of Highland on the first day of grade 8, we stepped out of the corridor of elementary school and through to a corridor filled with new, unopened doors. A lot has changed since then, when the doors we opened brought us the magic and mystery of Mr. Kirk's classroom and Mr. Gummer's infamous riddle worksheets. Grade 8 was filled with so many firsts. The first time you opened the door to athletics with your first game as a Raiders athlete, first school musicals and improv performances, first robotics tournaments, first band concerts, and more, are all doors we opened in grade 8 that we can now look back on with delight. The last few months have been bittersweet as we participate in so many things as a Highland student for the last time. But there's comfort in knowing that Snapchat will remind us of the doors we opened in the years to come with our 1 year ago today memories.
Whether you had the opportunity to explore the beautiful architecture, history, and cuisine that Germany and Italy had to offer on a cultural exchange, or you stuck to the rainy days and endless ice caps of Comox, your high school experience was whatever you made it. Those who opened the door to Model United Nations Club debated global issues each year in various different conferences, giving us a chance to practice diplomacy and giving Jack McGay another excuse to dress up in a suit. The Door to Outdoor Adventure Club gave some of us the chance to explore the beautiful wilderness on canoeing and hiking trips. Our talented actors excelled with their play Epistolary.
Students who, regrettably, opened the door to physics and math classes spent the day at Playland in Vancouver this May. It was the only time you can watch students doing math instead of riding the pirate ship. And who can forget when Nicola Nubley represented Highlands athletes and made top 10 in BC for 800 meters in track. Looking back at it all, it's impressive how these opportunities have shaped who we are today. We answered the call, showed up, and put in the effort. These are the highlights that made high school so much more memorable and brought our grad family closer together.
Not only have we helped our friends and peers throughout high school, but Highland has also opened doors for us to help our greater community. We have proven ourselves to be strong leaders in our Grad Legacy Project, 19 for 19, Grads Give Back, which organized 19 different service initiatives over the past year.
However, we couldn't have done it without the support of our dedicated faculty at Highland. We'd like to thank Ms. Kirchhoff for her help with Coldest Night of the Year,
Ms. Hood-Tanner for organizing the Art Careers trip to Reed Island for Arts and Culture Day,
Mr. Stevens for his help with Relay for Life, and all the staff who participated in the Spin-a-thon. You guys gave us a run for our money.
And we would like to thank Mr. Black and Ms. Edwards for some of the most challenging assignments, but for also making us better and stronger students.
No, unfortunately, we didn't get bonus marks for writing this speech.
And when people ask us if you could be anyone you wanted, and live in any time period, the answer is always going to be Mr. Hallier. Because according to him, if you don't wish you were me, you're lying to yourself.
Thanks, Mr. Hallier, for years of sarcasm and entertainment.
Of course, we can't forget the big man himself, Mr. Patterson, for keeping us on track with our deadlines and never failing to give us a reality check when it was needed.
We have all achieved something over the years at Highland, and we have many people to thank for advancing our success.
And, of course, outside the classroom, we have to acknowledge some others. Mom or dad, parent or guardian, these are the valiant soldiers that brought us up through our teenage years. And their success is commemorated by this very special day. Thank you for pushing us beyond what we thought we were capable of. Thank you for helping us with our homework, packing our sandwiches, driving us to every event. And thank you for encouraging us to step outside our comfort zones and through new doors. We like to pretend that we did it all on our own, but in our heart, we know that all these years, we've been sitting upon your shoulders and your sacrifices. So thanks for waking us up when we hit the snooze button too many times. Thanks again for waking us up because we fell back asleep a second time. From the bottom of our heart, thank you.
The best thing about Highland is that it has heart, and more often than not, we have chosen to intertwine our paths with others. Whether you spent your years secluded in the ILC room, don't worry, we know you exist. Spent it skipping class, I mean, we all need a Dawn's run sometimes, and I'm not talking about Mr. McCrae. Or somewhere in between, you are accepted here. Of course, high school has not been without its drama, but thanks to Miss Edwards' famous slap on the head, I figure we're all pretty much sorted out.
Remember Tinny Davidson, the waving lady? She lit up our corridors to high school each day with her loving wave. From right within our school to our larger community, we work hard to be caring and courteous people, going above and beyond to create positivity. After all, what would Highland be without its heart?
Not only do us grads know how to sit down and get work done, but we also know how to have a good time. I don't think I've ever seen so many people with colanders on their head or carrying root vegetables around town in my life. I'm just glad I didn't have to worry about Will Monroe hiding in the bushes outside my house with a water gun all night.
Yeah.
In both work and play, we really do put our all into everything we do.
The sad fact about our graduation is that after we leave high school, we may never see some of our friends again.
We may never witness Georgia Veal and Madeline McLean have another argument about something stupid again.
Or watch as Ian Matus breaks out into dance on the band bus.
Or hear the sound of Darian McQuarrie's infamous red truck leave the parking lot.
We might never see Levon gloriously stripping down to his underwear to cool off.
Or watch all of the parking lot hooliganisms go down, like when Zach's car was boxed in on all sides. Or when everyone's ends mysteriously ended up on Levon's car.
Some of these memories you may want to forget, but overall, these were the moments that brought levity and laughter to our days.
It is okay to leave some doors unopened, and to even close some doors after today. You cannot take with you into the future the bad days and petty grievances of high school. It will only weigh you down. As Iron Man said in Endgame, turns out resentment is corrosive, and I hate it. This is your chance to fully acknowledge the doors that led to taxing relationships, failed tests, and countless other struggles, and to reconcile with those experiences. Close those doors, because in order to be able to open new ones, you'll need to leave the trials and tribulations of the past 5 years behind.
We must respect all of our experiences, struggles, and failures. We have to accept that there will be people who will try to take advantage of us, times of loss and strife. But grads, these are the times in which you must stay strong, the times in which you must fight, and the times in which you must find every ounce of gratefulness you can muster. During these times, you may not appreciate what you have, but you should acknowledge what you have and use it to make the most out of every day.
With every new change, there's an opportunity knocking. I am sure every graduate, including me, has let the crippling effects of fear and self-doubt get in the way of what we are capable of. The prospect of failure is terrifying, and I respect everyone who fears the unknown. We are right to fear the unknown. It is how we survive, but it's taking risks that unlocks our potential. We are not here to say, you can do anything, but instead, we are here to say that you can work towards anything you dream of. Class, you are all more competent, talented, and capable than you think you are.
Sometimes we are told that we should focus on our similarities rather than our differences. But we disagree. Each of us walks down a separate corridor, opening different doors. And therefore, the world needs each of our perspectives, each of our abilities. Even when your corridor is dark, when there are unmarked doors and, oh goodness, stairs, you need to know that you are strong enough to walk down it. Though what is behind that door may scare you, it is important to open it anyway and face what lies beyond. And if we step through new doors together as a team, maybe things will be just a little easier. We challenge you in the years to come to continue helping your peers walk through new doors, both good and bad, and to tackle the challenges that lie beyond. The world needs a quirky chemist, like Will.
It needs tree huggers and artists, like Jenna and Kate.
It needs mathematicians that also build robots. Where are the boys? Robert, David, and Nico.
It needs musicians who double down as drama students, like Claire and Madeline.
It needs chefs and athletes and mechanics.
We believe that individually, we are different. But as a grad class, we are concerned with our world today and focus on improving it. Our corridors are so confusing now that it is hard to know what to do next. Whether you stay in the Comox Valley or you move away, your communities will need you.
You have each played a vital role in building the community at Highland. But now, we challenge you in whatever endeavor you may take to put your head up and question the world around you.
Our next decade will be the decade of decision-making. Money. Jobs. Love. Taxes. Car insurance. Everything we have talked about since we were young is going to require some serious and maybe not so serious constant decision-making on your part. Be curious, own your decisions, and change the world for the better. As 1984 taught us, there is truth and there is untruth, and if you clung to the truth, even against the whole world, you were not mad. Despite the growing sense of doubt we may feel these days, it is crucial that we recognize that we do have voices, and we do have the power to provoke change. We are the trailblazers of our world today. We are the ones that are going to raise our voices and be heard. Now is the time to take with you all that you have learned, live unafraid and bold, and start making yourself heard.
And if you don't believe us, I guess you'll just have to hear it from the wackiest of them all, Dr. Seuss.
Congratulations! Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away.
Look up and down streets, look 'em over with care. About some you will say, I don't choose to go there.
You'll be on your way out. You'll be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flyers. You soar to high heights.
And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed.
98.75% guaranteed.
You've got brains in your head. You've got feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. And you know what you know. And you know are this guy who'll decide where to go.
Thanks to CHD for the help with our wacky t-shirts. Congrats, Brad.
That's the grad class of 2019.